Hello, traders. Welcome once again. This is Dr. MINDEYE speaking. It's another weekend to run through all of the trades that we took this week. And like I did last week, I was as fast as I could so that we'll not have to stay here for up to 20 minutes. So for the sake of time, usually I would visit the COT and explain what the COT is showing. But I will just quickly do a brief summary now without visiting the MINDEYE COT indicator. Now, here are the features that I use to check the COT. This is the Japanese yen, JPY futures, Japanese yen futures. This is the British pound futures, GBP. This is the DXY, which is dollar index futures, and this is CE, which is the Euro FX futures. I check this mainly to trade Euro USD. This, if I want to see the opposite, which is USD CHF, and then pounds, which most time does the same thing with the Euro futures, and Japanese yen, which is on its own. Something interesting happened this week, and that was every of these futures was showing exhaustion, which means exhaustion does not mean they are fully bullish or fully bearish. It just means some orders are being closed from either side of the market. Is either they are closing buy orders and entering more sales, or they are closing sell orders and entering more buys. But there was and there still is exhaustion in this space. And according to the COT that was released yesterday, no time to talk about that yet. So let me just keep it, not that there's no time. So after seeing that every of these C's, I may look at these four features. There are other ones you can look at, but I majorly look at these four. So after seeing that these four are showing exhaustion, I now came into I started using my MINDEYE trading indicator to follow through what is happening, having the overall bias in mind. It does not also mean I would disobey my bias tool. It just means I would know when to increase risk, when to reduce risk, when to be hedging or not hedging. So the week started off on Monday. Monday was a buy day. We saw this sell coming into the market, but because it's a new week, we wanted to see what will happen during the first timing window before we take any trade. So we're patient enough and waited for the second timing window to take this buy. Even though it was more like catching a falling knife because the market is very bearish on this very time frame, but overall it's still bullish on higher time frame. So we took this first buy and we're targeting one ratio 5.69. Such high risk to reward with an 8.9 pip stop loss. And unfortunately, the market did 1 ratio 3.7 and reversed. But we're break even already before this reversal occurred. And after 1 ratio 3, I always partial. I do not joke with that. So this was Monday, 1 ratio 3, but it later came to hit out break even because the market later bought. But what happened after taking our SL? It bought from here. So the next day was still a buy day, not sell. So at first we saw selling opportunities here, but we have to follow the bias. So I did send this signal to both this Monday signal and even this Tuesday signal was sent to the MINDEYE mini app users, which you'll find in the link to join in the description. Signals are totally free and with a few exceptions that are for paid users. So on Tuesday, it was still a buy day. After checking out our analysis, this very blue line was giving us a buy entry signal, but we wanted to enter a bit earlier, so we entered just before the blue line. And initially, the stop loss was here. But I have a rule for my mini app users that whenever a trade is sent to you, always add 1 pip to your stop loss. So adding 1 pip to it is what you have here now, which is why you see this 1.0 written here. That's 1 pip calculation. And this did not hit TP immediately. It triggered during our second timing window. It got to TP the next day. I immediately got to our TP. That was where the sale started from. So the next day became a sell day. This very day, I was on chats by 7 a.m. with one of my students showing him something. And I told him this very week that this line is coming from is very valid for sales. But I personally would want to sell during the second timing window because of a few things that I saw the previous day. So I think he jumped on this sell to this Asian low, but I was more interested in the upper side. So I sent this sell limit to my mini app users. And we have a rule to close a trade if it does not trigger by 3:30 WAT. So during this time, I think my brother picked this buy from here. Picked this buy from here. But because I already had a sell limit, I would not want to put a buy limit when I have a sell limit. One has to go for the other. So I stick with my sell. And he drove, not actually he, but he was part of those people that drove the price to come trigger me. When it got triggered, I think it was around, was it 2 a.m. or so? Yeah, 1 or 2 a.m. I remember I was awake when it got triggered. I saw it and it dropped, of course. The next day became a buy day. But because we were already in this sell, I was careful not to jump in just any buy. If at all I want to buy, my take profit has to hit for sale before I bought. But because I needed to send a signal to my mini app users, I gave them this. And I told them, which time will not permit me to show you all of those proofs now. But if you're in my Telegram channel, as you find link in description, you'll see all of them. In fact, every of these trade entry exit is available in the channel, even on USD CHF. So for this, I told them this is a very risky trade, so it's better you avoid it, or you can risk it while you wait for the second trade I'll be sending in the afternoon. So during the second timing window, we saw this buy set up here with these lines here. What color is this? Orange. So I send them the buy limit here. It didn't get triggered during the exact timing window. It came to trigger just 2 to 3 hours after the timing window, and it got here. I sent them a message immediately that, oh, you can hold this trade overnight for 1:4, but if you are scared, you can leave at 1:3 weeks to reward, which was this here, this very line that you see here, this black one. So, but I held until 1:4 weeks to reward, and by day got to take profit at night. So I was so surprised, why are my trades now taking night to trigger and hit take profit? And then that was Thursday. Friday, of course, sell day, as you can see here. Let me take this backward. And it's amazing how the buy got triggered after this hit take profit. The next day became a sell day, as you can see here. So this was where the sell came from. We had two sell entries. This first one and then this second one. Instead of sending two entries, I decided to send one and have the stop loss above here. So the market did up to 1:2.7, and then it went up to give me another entry which I entered, came down again, and the next thing started going up. This one was hit out break even. This one did not go to stop loss, it's still ranging. It came back into profit. Hopefully by Monday, either it drops or it just take me out at my stop loss level, because I didn't go break even in this kind of trade. I always go break even in re-entries, but my original entry, which is the first one, has to either be SL or TP, but I can partial. So these are the trades that came on Euro USD Monday to Friday. No, all of them we are transparent with our trades. You can find them in the description when you click the link. And of course, this was it for Euro USD. We also tried to take advantage of USD CHF. Let me quickly run through that now. Going to USD CHF Monday to Friday, we were able to take this same move on Euro USD. The exact opposite also happened on USD CHF, which is this. It got triggered same night, same time during Asian session, and it got to take profit the next day. But I could not jump on the sell, unlike Euro USD, where after the sell hit TP, I entered the buy. But for here, after the buy hit TP, I could not enter a sell. But that should be Thursday. I think Monday, the week started here. We have a sell limit. We had a sell limit here. Unfortunately, it got to SL. But this second trade, I didn't send it to the users. I entered the second one myself because it was Monday, so I would not want to send so many trades. So after this one hit stop loss, I did enter this one myself. Tuesday, now you would notice here is a buy day, but I sold. That I would have explained, but the session would not permit us to do that. So the second timing window I got this entry. Tuesday sell day, of course, we had this entry. For the sake of time, I will not be explaining further. We had this entry, and then re-entry came in here actually, but time was no longer on our side. So Wednesday was a sell day. The sell came from here, but because we already had a buy limit, this buy limit actually was from this day. This day, just like Euro USD, the sell limit came from Tuesday, but got to TP on Wednesday. So you see this sell day here. It's actually a buy, but there's a reason it's showing sell here. This the buyer's tool, we don't use it on CFD. So you need to know that. We don't use it on CFD or spot. We use it on futures. If I go to the futures, you see the original bias. But for now, sometimes this is accurate based on the tick, but futures deal based on price. So coming here, this got to TP, and Thursday I did send a trade just like Euro USD for a quick. I told them this is a quick risk. The original entry is at the top, but this is a quick risk. And unfortunately, I didn't get to send the original entry, and I also did not enter it myself. Why? We're already waiting for this buy to hit TP. The moment it did hit TP, I didn't see a reason to start looking for a new sell, even though I was to sell this day. And then Friday, when I sent the signal for Euro USD, Euro USD was more pleasing to trade than this one. So I sent this, of course, but I entered with very low risk because I never trusted this area for one or two reasons, and truly it didn't hold, it just moved down. So overall, we did make some good money this week, and we did over, let me say, over 5 hours for those who are taking signals. But personally, I did over 10 hours, which is 1/10, over 1/10. Over 1/12 personally, I did over that. But because there are some trades that I took personally and did not send because of either the day of the week or the time the trade came in, I would say generally the team did plus 5 hours, but personally I did above that. Above all, it's us the profit. They made money and I made money. So that's all for this review. This would most likely be my last review on here, but in case it is not, I'll see you in the next video. And in case it is, don't hesitate to reach me via my contact details in the description or about the channel. You can see every detail to reach me there. You can join my channel, join my mini app. I have other socials that you can always reach me. I do not say this is going to be my last video on this channel, but I'm saying it will most likely be the last review showing my tools and how I do my trading week by week. So I can come on here and do a video and then turn off my tools, and then we do it purely price action, just as I always do. I trade pure price action. This indicator is just to, before now I used to set an alarm for every of this timing. So when my alarm goes off, I get notified and I come on here. But I decided to build it to just reflect here by itself. So when I come, I don't start waiting for time. I know the exact time to trade already. So you get it. So that's just it. It's not pure price action. So every review I've been doing, I've not deleted the tools simply because of a time like this. After review, I also go back to backtest the trades. I do not just do review, and so I'll be deleting them soon. And when I wipe it, I might just stop review here. But if in case I do not, I will see you in the next review. And of course, as always, you already know how I do it. I do my week to week trading, week to week setup, week to week framing based on data, price, and time. And it's not going to be different if I am to do another one. So take care of yourself. Bye bye.